It's ya boy, Regin, and today I'm doing the last update on my Cybertron PC Escape because I killed it, and I'll show you why. First showing off is the Vengeance keyboard I bought. I bought the Corsair Vengeance 95K right here, and I'll light up. Kind of pissed me off because the new one they just released, the 95K, I can't remember what it's called, but I know it's still a Vengeance. It got, instead of just plain white keys, it got different color keys. The reason it pissed me off is because I also got this, the Razer Naga Epic Elite Gaming Mouse, or Elite MMO Gaming Mouse, right here. And I got mine set to different colors, see? Right now it's green, turning to bright green. Oh, now it's turquoise, turns to white. So I'm thinking about going to get the Vengeance. Oops, that's supposed to be there. That can change colors. Alright. Followed by a EVGA Supernova 750B2 power supply. I think it's bronze plus. Yeah, it's bronze plus. Let me see if I can zoom in right there. Bronze plus. Ew, that looks ugly. But it's a bronze plus. Very good. I installed it into my Cybertron PC Escape. I want to say 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah. Followed by the EVGA GTX 770. I know I had the 660, and it hasn't even been a full year since I had the 660, but I just wanted the EVGA GeForce 770 because it was on sale for $320 at the time, and it came with Borderlands. The pre-sequels, what kind of sucked is that the 970 came out like a month after I bought this, but it's still a great graphics card, and can't complain about it. Followed by a motherboard, the M5A99FX Pro R2.0. Now, I'll tell you why I got another motherboard, but it is an AMD motherboard, but it also works with NVIDIA SLI ready, and I think it said, yeah, AMD Crossfire technology. So I can put 2 graphics cards of the same thing in onto this motherboard, and that is pretty awesome. I was going to get another GTX 770 down the line, or I might just get a GTX 970 since they're the same price. Not sure yet. And the last thing I put into my graphics card is the AMD FX 8550. Stuck with the AMD, so I wouldn't just have because my motherboard. But I'll show you a little gameplay and tell you why I put these things into my computer. And they're already in. I just didn't make a video of putting them in. And here you go, some Borderlands, the pre-sequel gameplay right here. I'm playing on max settings. You can see the frames per second, I believe at the bottom left. If it pops up, I hope it did. But I'm like, I get like around over 60, and then sometimes it drops every now and then to like 40, but the lowest I ever seen it drop to is like 30 frames per second. And oh yeah, I was gonna tell you why I got all this stuff. Starting off, I forgot to mention that I have a new hard drive, a 3 TB hard drive, and I rebought Windows. So yeah, I had to reinstall everything. So starting with the 660, I started off with that. You know, it was good with that AMD FX 4100, I believe. Yeah, the 4100, and it was good. The reason I upgraded my hard drive and had to buy new Windows 8, installation dish is because I got a virus somehow. I'm not sure how. Probably because of all the movies I was downloading. And so I had a virus that wouldn't let me use the USB drive. Sometimes it would just restart itself. I couldn't make CDs or nothing, DVDs. So I was like, yo, fuck it. I just go buy a new hard drive. And plus, I needed to upgrade the 500 gig hard drive because I got a shitload of games now. I got like 60 something in Steam alone, and I still got Origins Uplay and one game from Green Man Gaming, Ninja Blade, or yeah, I think that's what it's called, and one game from High Res. Smite, my favorite game, probably my game of the year for this year, right now. And what else? I think that's it. Oh yeah, and I got Final Fantasy Reborn, but I still haven't played that. Well, I haven't played Guild Wars 2 with the new setup yet. But after I got that, after I got the hard drive, I was like, okay. I was about to buy an Intel processor, but what do you know? Intel doesn't work with AMD. I didn't know that at first. So I was about to buy it. My brother was like, you can't buy it yet because we're about to move. So I was like, okay. I was a little heated, but I'm grateful that he told me I can't buy it, because then I did my research and I found out AMD motherboards can only be with AMD processors, which really sucks. So I was like, okay. And then I went down the line a couple of months later, well, like a month and a half later, I went and bought the Corsair Vengeance instead of a new processor. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that, because I looked at the keyboard, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that. It was between that, the Corsair Vengeance K95, and the Razer Black Widow Ultimate Edition, because they were both 150. So I was like, and then I saw the extra keys on the side, the G1 through 18, and I was like, oh, I can use those. Turns out I don't even really use the macro keys, because except for on Smite a few times. Don't know why. It's just easier to say VVER or VER or VEW, VVGH, shit like that. It's just easier for me to do that than look at and then hit G18 with a random key. And then I followed like a month and a half later, I went and got the Black Widow. Oh no, not the Black Widow. Sorry about that. The Razer Naga Epic. I went to Tiger Direct, which I recommend you don't buy if you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, because their customer service sucks. And they just pointed to me, oh, there goes the mice over there. I was like, okay. So I went over there, couldn't find it. He was like, then another guy was like, oh, the gaming mice is on this wall, which really fucking pissed me off. So I had to go over there. And then I saw online that they had it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it here. I saw it online. The guy went back and he went back to the back room and came back and was like, oh, it must be a return and we can't sell returns. I was like, fuck. So I went to Best Buy and they had it for $120. Yeah, $120. So I bought that. I was happy about that. At first, I had buyer's remorse on both the keyboard and the mouse, but I turned around and started loving them both. And then followed by the what did I buy next? Oh, I bought the power supply. No, I bought the graphics card. I bought the graphics card, the GTX 770. I couldn't install it yet because I didn't have enough power for it to run it in the power supply. So the following paycheck, I went and 2 weeks later I went and bought the EVGA 750, the Supernova power supply, and I gave my brother my old power supply, and I gave him my old graphics card, the GTX 660. And then when I installed the 770 into my motherboard, it wasn't working. It wasn't doing the updates, and my 660 wasn't doing the updates either. So I was like, what the fuck? What's happening? I contacted NVIDIA and they was like, oh, you might need to update your BIOS for your motherboard. I was like, I don't know how to do that. I looked online, and then the guy, the manufacturer for my motherboard, was like, oh, you got the most up-to-date BIOS. So I contacted NVIDIA again, and I was talking to NVIDIA for like 5 hours on in the chat, online chat, and they was like, "Oh, is the motherboard? You need to either replace it or update the BIOS." I was like, "Fuck!" So I went and bought another motherboard, and I was like, "Okay." I was about to buy a cheaper motherboard, but my brother saw this one. He was like, "Why you don't get this one?" And then I looked at it. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is a little better." So if I want to, not Crossfire, but SLI 2 GTX 770. So I was like, yeah, I might get this. I might as well get this. And then like a week later, they released the GTX 900 series. And I was kind of pissed about that, but it's all good. And then I turned around this Friday. I went and bought the AMD FX 8350, I believe that's what it's called, because my AMD FX 4100 was bottlenecking my GTX 770. So I was in ahead and bought that, and now the games run buttery smooth. Well, not I wouldn't say buttery smooth, because you can see in this gameplay right here that it messes up a little, it jags a little, drops the frame rate a little. I don't know why. Might be because it's a new game. Might be because I was recording. I'm not 100% sure. But that's basically it. And that's why I said my GTX, well, not my GTX, my Cybertron Escape PC is dead. Because I, took out all the parts except for the RAM. It's just the only thing I got original in there is the RAM and the fans, I guess you want to say. But I plan on upgrading my RAM maybe Black Friday if I don't buy an Xbox One just to play the Master Chief Collection. If you like the video, hit the like button. Oh, and the new name of my PC is not Escape no more. It's going to be Wrath. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I was just at work one day and I was like, yeah, Wrath sounds pretty good. But if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you want to play with me on Steam on Borderlands, just send me an invite. Schoolboy Regin, all one word. Alright, peace.
Should shut them down temporarily. Please do not restrain me, Jack. My snowball grenade has so much to give. Destroy him, and my perfect laser shall be yours. How dare you insect my omnipotence! Unfortunate, and yet necessary. I have your snowball grenade. It is a great deal of fun. Well, one less cloud trap in the world, right?